I'm going to do a quick overview showing you how to use some of the basic features on PowerPoint. So if you're using PowerPoint to edit any of the planner documents, this should give you some tips of how to use the program. So if you want to change the title, you can just click at the very top where it shows the title, and then you can edit the name with whatever you want, and it will save that way for you. You can also adjust this little bar on the side to make the slides be smaller or bigger. So if you are trying to get to like a spot quickly, it's sometimes nice to have it be small. Or if you're trying to figure out what the actual page is, it's nice to have it big sometimes. All right, so this is how you can add another line to any tables there. You can, I believe you can just push the tab button and it will create a new line, or you can right click on it and click add row, and then it will add a new line. But depending on the page, you might not be able to have it fit in that area. So you can drag it to see if it'll fit, and if it doesn't, it's because the font size is too large. So then you'll need to make the font size be smaller. So I'm just highlighting the area and making the font size smaller. You can edit any of the tabs up top, or you can change the fonts this way. You can change the font size or bold it. To add a text box, you'll click on Insert and then click Text Box, and then you'll just select where you want the text box to go, and then you can change the font or the size of the text box. When you're changing the fonts, you can also type in a specific font name to find it quicker if that's easier for you. Once you have the text box selected, you can use the arrow keys to adjust the placement of it rather than dragging and dropping it. It's a little bit easier to be precise that way. And once you have a text box in there with a font and size that you like, then I would just recommend copying and pasting that text box to different areas, and then you can make changes as needed. So if you don't like the bullet point checkbox, I'm going to show you how you can add like an actual check. So if you click Insert, and then you can click the stock images there, and you can type in whatever it is that you're looking for, and then you can select the one that you like. I'll tell you, it's a little bit hard to actually select these images for some reason. So if you drag a box around, it's easier. It will automatically select it for you if you drag a box around it. Then you can drag and drop it to where you need it. So that's kind of how that works. You can zoom in on the bottom right or left bottom, zoom in or zoom out, just by clicking that minus or plus sign. So that might be helpful for you if you need to get closer or go further back. You can easily add your names and things to this particular document just with the table function. So that's really easy to edit. And if you want to color code things by highlighting them, I'm going to show you how you can do that. So if you want all of Monday's things to be a particular color, or all of Mom's things to be a particular color, so you can select the text, and then if you click on the highlight feature there, then you can select what color you want. All right, these boxes are also editable, so you can just add the names here. And the section below is not editable, so I'm going to show you two different ways that you can add text box that will keep it nice in a row for you. So you'll click Insert, and then you can just do a regular text box. I'm going to make the font size be smaller so it can fit on those lines. And I'm going to add a column. So there's two columns, one for the date and one for the event. And then you can just directly type into those columns things. And you can edit the font and the text size again if you'd like to. The other way that you can do this is you can add a table. And you're going to want it to have no borders on it, but I'm going to show you what it looks like with borders so you can see where exactly it's framing up. It'll be a little bit easier to do it that way, and then I'll edit it in just a second. So you can actually change the size of the columns or whatever by using an actual table. So that is the nice feature with that. And I'm going to need to edit the text size so it's small enough. And then I can drag the lines to be smaller as well. And now I'm going to get rid of the borders. And you'll need to adjust the font and the font size for this as well. And then you can go ahead and type. And if you click the tab key, it will create a new row for you. And then you can type in the next line. So you can use whatever one you think is easiest for you to use. I kind of think that the tables are maybe a little bit easier if you would like a recommendation. And a lot of these are already have like the text boxes and things that you don't need to actually edit. You can just type directly on there. So I'm going to add a text box to this page and type directly in, changing the font and the text size. And then I'll show you how you can adjust the lines to get them to fit with the lines that are already there in just a minute. Okay, so as you can tell right now, the second line is not lining up with the lines there. So I've got a few different habits there, and I'm just got 3 lines of them. And so you'll select them, and then you might want to just adjust the text size first, and then you can click on the lines and click more. And then if you click exactly, then you can adjust the exact distance between the lines, and you can just keep fiddling with that until they line up better. And you can actually color code these boxes for if you're doing it digitally. So maybe you might do green ones on the days that you do it and red on the days that you don't. And that's just kind of a quick overview for you.